What's good, everybody? We're back. It's been a couple years since I made a video. I've had a lot going on. I traveled a lot and I was out in Terlingua running a cool adventure hotel out there for like a year. So I haven't really done much car stuff. If you've been here for a while, you'll recognize the Lotus. And also have this new Jeep Gladiator behind me. I know you're probably upset that I bought a Gladiator.
Oh my god! Even though it's from, oh my god!
Anyway, we're gonna start doing more videos this year. Photography, traveling, stuff we're working on the Jeep, mainly just like individual things that people can search for and find. Be like this, we're gonna be installing some parts today, so let's make a video of it. I'm not gonna have to hold the selfie stick all the time now because I have friends. This is Blake, he's my friend by default, not by choice. Anyway, today we're gonna be installing the American Adventure Lab overhead MOLLE panel, MOLLE panel. So we're gonna be putting a panel right there. We're gonna get some tools out. I'm gonna show you what tools you're going to use. This is so simple. It looks like we have maybe 12 or 14 bolts. It goes right in. So let's jump into it. Okay, so back to business. Their kit is incredibly simple. This just comes with these 1, 2, 3, 4 little overhead MOLLE panels. And you have these 2 roll bar brackets. You have these 2 brackets here, and those are gonna bolt these together. And then the tools you're gonna need, again, really straightforward. T25, you're gonna need a T40, a 5mm Allen, a 4mm Allen, a 10, a 13, a flathead, and here's just the hardware that came with it. This is incredibly straightforward. I really think it's gonna take us like 10 minutes from here to actually install. You know, we did videos on the Hummer and the Lotus, and you know what there's not enough of on YouTube is Jeep content. And so I thought this would be a good time to get back into YouTube is making Jeep content because nobody else does it. Holy shit! Look what's on my car! Another one! I got another one on my car! Alright, let's take a look right here. So while we're assembling all of this part here, your basket has to bolt through here, and so that's what these 4 long bolts are for. So same thing as the rest, these just have to go through here. From what I understand, kind of all the installs are going to be a little different, like vehicle to vehicle, so leave this a little loose. Don't just crank these down. So sometimes when you take stuff to the powder coating shop, they don't run bolts through some of the holes. There's gonna be some powder coating material inside, and everything's been super clean except for this one hole, and it happens. And on that topic, all of this is very, very nice. Almost there, actually. So after we have assembled all of the MOLLE panel, these 2 side pieces that bolt to the roll cage, you'll have 4 bolts left, and it is normal for this hole. So see, this hole is a little bit larger. That's on purpose because there's some variance in the different vehicles that this is made for. So go ahead and like get these on here, but do not tighten them up all the way. Just get them on there kind of loose, and we'll tighten them up later.
See about it being too big and too loose the whole time, only for the instructions to say, yo, don't fucking worry about it.
If I had $1 for every time you couldn't read an instruction.
After you orient the...
You might have $2.
These are our T25s. Boom, boom, boom. We might take out all 4 of them. Oh yeah, see, this pops out. So now we switch to our T40, the bigger guy. So we're gonna loosen these, and we'll switch it. So now that our brackets are off, and these actually say like right and left. So let's go get our kit. Ow!
You did that, not me.
We tighten this first, and then we can lift this up a little bit.
Okay, because you might have to swap these.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, now that we have the assembly sitting in here, we haven't tightened this back panel yet. We noticed a few like inconsistencies with what I have versus the instructions, and this can go on lots of different vehicles. This one shows the head of the bolt coming up through here, which would be in line with everything else that we've done. However, it shows 2 little washers here and a nut. If we look here, we have these really nice machined pieces, and this machined piece sits perfectly flush inside of here. So you see how that sits perfectly flush here, and then our other little piece right here, it flushes perfectly inside of this hole here, and it's kind of tight because of the paint, but once you start cranking it down and getting it tight, it's gonna suck itself in there. So deviates a little bit from the instructions. I'm pretty sure that's the way it's supposed to go. You know, there's tons of different Jeeps and tons of different applications. We're gonna get these in, get everything a little loose, and then we're gonna bolt the freedom panel back on and see how it looks. All right, and so that was the install of the overhead MOLLE panel. This is a really nice product, super easy to install, requires almost no tools at all. It's just overall really happy with it. Excited to get my Starlink mount next, and we're gonna put some power up here. If you made it this far, thanks for putting up with our ridiculous shenanigans. We just trying to have fun this year, change it up a little bit, and more than anything, just actually get back to filming content of the stuff that we love to do. And if you decide to subscribe, there's no coherence on this channel or on my Instagram page. I'm a professional photographer. I love to travel and shoot really cool photos. I love to film that stuff. I like to be educational, but I also am just a clown at heart and love making jokes and having a good time. So if you decide to subscribe, just know there's no coherence on the channel at all. But anyway, I hope you got some use out of this video, and we'll see you next time.